you can't trust the state in the final equation. History has shown conclusively that every time you give this type of power to the state, it will be abused. Here's Leanne McAdoo's report, Man on the Street, dealing with the surveillance lampposts that are coming to a town near you.
New LED lights greeting the passengers at a Newark, New Jersey airport are doing a little more than just lighting the way. They're spying on travelers before they even get to the security checkpoints. The lights are fitted with computer chips, cameras, sensors, and Wi-Fi antennas. They collect data that can help detect suspicious activity or aid in police investigations. We reported on these spying streetlights in 2011 when Illuminating Concepts promoted the capability of IntelliStreet lights, which include energy conservation, homeland security, public safety, traffic control, advertising, and video surveillance. Using streetlights as surveillance tools has already been advanced by several European countries. Leaked documents out of the UK Home Office revealed that the British authorities were working on proposals to fit lampposts with cameras that would X-ray passers-by and undress them in order to trap terror suspects. And it isn't just for street surveillance. These LED lights are also offering an alternative to Wi-Fi for your home and office. German physicist Harald Haas has come up with a data through illumination LED light bulb, where data for laptops, smartphones, and tablets is transmitted through the light in a room. Here's a patent for LED light broadband over the power line communication system. Now, considering the assignee is the Federal Law Enforcement Development Services, I doubt the end game is just upping your city's bandwidth. City offices in Minnesota installed these ceiling lights in 2010 to save money on electricity thanks to the energy efficiency of the LEDs, but the lights also transmit coded messages with the desks below, which will allow data to be transmitted over the internet Wi-Fi style. Now, while the Fourth Amendment affirms the right of the people to be secure in their homes against unlawful searches and seizures, people might be unwittingly bringing these spy devices right into their homes under the guise of efficiency. Seemingly innocuous electrical appliances such as rice cookers and refrigerators are now being manufactured with Google's Android operating system and an internet connection. Of course, the suggestion is that these technological leaps are a good thing, but Google long ago announced its plans to direct targeted advertising through technological devices by using the ambient background noise of a person's environment to spy on their activities. The search engine giant filed a petition for advertising based on environmental conditions and describes using temperature, humidity, light, and air composition to produce targeted adverts. Google recently purchased smart thermostat maker Nest for more than $3 billion. Nest takes over the heating and cooling system of a person's home to direct energy consumption. Well, now the thermostats will be enhanced by Google to connect with the web. Google has made no secret about literally wanting to control your home, so now they're just making sure all of your appliances are equipped with this surveillance technology when they're ready to launch. Everything from Xbox to Verizon TV boxes have this technology that enables industries to peer right into your home and analyze your actions, conversations, and relationships. The terms of service for Xbox Live warn that a user should not expect any level of privacy concerning use of the live communication features, and to the maximum extent permitted by law, they may monitor your communications and disclose information about you. The most disturbing and worrisome Big Brother gossip is not that Xbox maker Microsoft was involved in the NSA PRISM scandal or that the console sits listening 24/7 for voice commands. No, the most startling revelation is Kinect's ability to map your shape in high def.
The new Xbox One can see your penis.
Now, these are just several ways that the government has already tapped into your home, but I haven't even touched on the smartest device that you own. Your phone comes equipped with a microphone, camera, and tracking device that gives the NSA backdoor access to everything you do and who you're doing it with. But no, I'm not talking about your phone. I've just been talking about light bulbs and thermostats. It should be abundantly clear by now that this has nothing to do with energy efficiency and innovation. This is about a well-planned, well-orchestrated agenda for the complete transformation of America. Educate yourself on every aspect of this agenda so that you can learn how to fight this takeover attempt. And on simplest terms, vote with your dollars by refusing to buy into this smart technology.
Leanne titled that Street Surveillance. She did another report with a man on the street asking folks about that because they're putting them in Austin. We'll air that report coming up after we take some phone calls if we have time. But what an incredible report. That's real journalism. If you're a radio listener, everything she said, she showed government documents or news articles, including how they have the light bulbs that communicate with your computer. I've been telling folks about that for 6 years. I first saw it in MIT Magazine, then the Associated Press, and they have national news shows that make fun of me and say he claims that light bulbs are watching you. And it's just a complete denial while all of this is openly happening. By the way, she gave that headline, Street Surveillance. I want to take that video that aired on the Nightly News last night. I want to post that on Infowars.com as the top story. And it needs some bombshell headline. And then link under it Steve Watson's article that came out last night. A link to his article about You Heard It Here First. Laptops, Xboxes, and more are watching you. We need to have her video and then that article under it. Some of our best stuff breaks in the evening, and a third of the people read stuff in the evening and at night. They read it in the morning and during the day. And it's frustrating because I want to societally turn this back. I mean, that's so horrible what you just heard and so over the chart. I don't even know the headline to come up with that's bad enough to describe what we just saw. Total, special report. America 1,000 times worse than 1984. I don't know, naked body scanners on the streets. 1,000 times worse than 1984. I mean, that's the problem. When you're faced with sensational developments and these companies spying on everything you do illegally, outside of law, using the data to corner the market, to surveil you, to cheat you. They use customer databases to charge you more online. They know if you have more money or a surfing history. So when you go online, suddenly the prices are higher because they know your algorithm and what you'll pay. Amazon can ship your package before you order it with 100% certainty. That's mind control, folks. That's mapping the human brain. Every culture knew a 1984 scenario was bad. This is now beyond that. Toll-free number to join us. I want to hear from you on all these subjects. The subjects of Obamacare and how bad it really is now. The subject of the scanners on the streets. But look at these two articles. Reuters, and then there's another one out of the AP. Google ordered to remove anti-Islamic film from YouTube. I should add the toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231, 800-259-9231. And we'll go to your phone calls, 800-259-9231. Now, continuing here, Google ordered to remove anti-Islamic film from YouTube. They also arrested the guy and put him in jail for a year. They claimed this video caused Benghazi, which had already been out for a while, the trailer, and was not connected to it, to make it like it was our fault, like free speech caused it. A U.S. appeals court on Wednesday ordered Google Inc. to remove from its YouTube video sharing website an anti-Islamic film that has sparked protests across the Muslim world. Well, now radical Islam will burn stuff and will do whatever they say. This is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. By a 2-1 vote, a panel from the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals rejected Google's assertion that the removal of the film Innocence of Muslims amounted to prior restraint of free speech that violated the U.S. Constitution. Yeah, they should sue that film company. And, of course, they would win. So instead, they're saying, take the video down because it depicts Muhammad as a bad guy. Sorry, that's free speech. That's Western culture. And if you can take our right to do that, then everybody's free speech goes out the window, folks. I don't want to burn a Quran or a Bible, but you got to defend somebody's right to do it. Because once you give in to that, folks, once you get rid of the free speech, everything else follows. So extremely serious situation. The plaintiff, Cindy Lee Garcia, had objected to the film after learning that it incorporated a clip she had made for a different movie, which had been partially dubbed, in which she appeared to be asking, is your Muhammad a child molester? So they're trying to claim that's the reason they're going after it, but it sends a free speech chilling statement. In a statement, Google said, we strongly disagree with this ruling and will fight it. Chris Armetta, a lawyer for Garcia, says she's delighted with the decision. Ordering YouTube and Google to take down the film is the right thing to do. The controversial film, billed as a film trailer, depicted the Prophet Muhammad as a fool, and a sexual deviant. It sparked a turn of anti-American unrest in the Middle East with Muslims, Libya, Egypt, and other countries. And it goes on to say the outbreak coincided with the attack on the U.S. diplomatic facilities in Benghazi. Our law permits even the vilest criticisms of governments, political leaders, and religious figures as legitimate exercises of free speech, the company wrote in response to the ruling. Now, if you don't think that's an outright attack on free speech, look at this next article right here. Associated Press. Remember, all over the U.S., you're not allowed to wear American flags because the illegals see it as offensive? AP, court, school can ban U.S. flag shirts for safety. See, if your free speech doesn't make it safe, if somebody makes threats, we give in to them, and your free speech is banned. Officials, not public servants, at a Northern California high school acted appropriately when they ordered students wearing American flag T-shirts to turn the garments inside out during Mexican Heritage Celebration, Cinco de Mayo. A federal appeals court ruled yesterday. The 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, same folks that said you can't have that video, said that the officials' concerns of racial violence outweighed students' freedom of expression rights. So see, the La Reconquistas, Mecha La Raza, Hispanic Ku Klux Klan groups, they don't like the American flag, so you can't wear it. Administrators feared the American flag shirts would inflame the passions of Latino students celebrating the Mexican holiday. Live Oak School in San Jose suburb of Morgan Hill had a history of problems between white and Latino students on that day. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You go out on Cinco de Mayo, it's Mexican flags everywhere. Mexico, Mexico, La Raza, Plan of San Diego. And Plan of San Diego is to kill all whites under the over the age of 16. And we've gone up and interviewed folks, said, what does your shirt mean? It means we're going to take over and we're going to kill you. And the media is like, oh, how sweet, how good, kill the gringo. And, you know, I'm just sick of it, that our government and our media fosters this and pushes this as much as they can. Because it's all part of the balkanization of this country and is thoroughly disgusting. Okay, let's go to your phone calls. Let's talk to Average Joe in Illinois, his take on Ukraine. Go ahead.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Worldwide broadcast.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I just want to talk about these neo-Nazis that I've been hearing about, because I've been following the Ukraine situation ever since the riots started happening. They started getting really serious. And I was watching it on RT live on the internet on YouTube, and they had a live place where you could actually talk, and I saw a lot of anti-Semitic comments, a lot of people saying, you know, Jews get out of Ukraine and stuff. So I just want to get your take on what these guys are wanting to do now. Well,
I mean, here's the deal. The globalists will use any group they can to break a country down. So they'll try to turn all the Hispanics into, quote, La Raza, for those in the race, everything, those outside the race, nothing. They will go in and look at the demographics in Ukraine and say the majority of people are anti-Slav, anti-Russian, and were pro-Nazi during large parts of World War II. We will fund the right-wing groups to take over. And they'll double-cross them in the end as well, just like they'll fund Al-Qaeda to go in and take over Syria. So it's total balkanization, total destruction is the plan. But you're right. It is... I see that all over the place. I see it on comments on InfoWars about, you know, quit defending the Jews, Slavs, and, you know, all this, Alex. You know, get behind the Ukrainians. And it's just like, I'm not taking either side. I'm just pointing out our State Department is behind this. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree with you on that. I totally agree that the U.S.-backed protesters are in line with the EU, and I totally believe that if the EU gets control of the entire Ukraine, then they're just going to bleed them dry.
Symbols are powerful, and the globalists have hijacked the symbols of America. They've turned them into their own symbols. Well, we are restoring the idea of the true republic, not the counterfeit globalist empire, by promoting the icon George Washington and others. That's why we're rolling out an 100% made in America line of incredible pro-liberty apparel. We are repopularizing liberty. We are helping fellow Americans rediscover what made this country great. We are the spirit of 1776. We are 1776 worldwide. We are all brothers and sisters in arms in the animating contest of liberty in the long march towards humanity's ultimate destiny of freedom. Visit madein1776.com today and vote with your dollars to promote truly made in America, high quality products, and promote the ideals of liberty.